Welcome into the 2018 Men's Lacrosse USA South Championship game. Methodist University in yellow going from right to left on the screen. Now on offense, Huntington Hawks in their red uniforms settling into their zone defense as the Monarchs will work the ball around the perimeter to set up their offense. Glenn on the ball, now moves it across the top. It's Matt Murphy between the pipes for the Hawks today. And down on the other end, Clay Stevenson. We'll look to see some action here shortly from the offense of the Monarchs. The Monarchs knocking off the Piedmont Lions last night in overtime due to Matt Layden. He just passed that ball up to Bradley. Bradley hitch step, moves it up top. Pass across the top of the box. Now in the stick of Mejia, he passes it down low. Kephart to Layden at X. So minutes ticked away, and not a whole lot of action from either team after that face-off win. Both teams trying to size each other up on this end of the field. Layden with the ball at X, now moves it up top. Shot clock is put on early after a minute and a half of working the ball around the perimeter for the Monarchs. They'll have 30 seconds to hit the goalie, hit the net, or hit the pipes. Layden rolls underneath. The underhand shot goes between the legs of Matt Murphy. So Matt Layden getting it done early there with the shot clock on. Sticks that one low and away. Murphy just unable to gather that one. Possible screen there from the defense. USA South Player of the Year, that's Sam Hitt down at the face-off X. And he'll win this one out front. Pass it down through the attack, and now the Hawks will have their first settled possession on offense. Huntington will look to get their defensive midfielder subs off as well as Hitt off the field. Sam Hitt strictly a face-off guy for Huntington this year. And now the dodge from Ballard. He'll pass it down through X. Now to Barnhill. Barnhill passes up top. We'll spin the ball the other way now as Kendrick Ballard now on the ball. In the wing, the Hawks will start a dodge from there and now move it up top. It's Mac Puller. Dodge again stopped by the defense and a high cross check from Seaman. We'll give a free possession here for the Hawks. Dodge and a goal by Coates. So 1-1 the score now, 11:45 left in the first quarter. Brendan Seaman with the early penalty. So man up face off for Huntington, and Hitt passes that one out between his legs, and Adrian Harper picks it up. He touched it in the box, and now the man up unit for the Hawks will trot onto the field. Soche on the ball now. Moves it now to Zach Barnhill. Barnhill continues the rotation. They'll work the ball down the goal line, extending a 3-3 set for the Hawks man up. A 5-man rotation for the Methodist man down unit. Overloading this side are the Hawks, and a shot deflected wide. Pass in quick to Soche. He moves it on to Barnhill. Barnhill, the long-range rip, gets saved. Stevenson able to track that one. Penalty is released. And we're all even now as a turnover on the clear. Gives the Hawks the ball back. 10.5 minutes to go in the first, and a 1-1 score here on Championship Sunday. Harper rolls back. Moves it over to Soche. No. Barnhill has to run away from pressure and moves it up top. A.J. Harper on the ball. Moves it over to Puller. Puller dodges down the right alley but gets stopped. Slide comes. And they'll work the ball back through X. Barnhill moves it along the inline. Harper moves it up top. Skip pass across, back to Harper. He's going to roll. Swims past one, still dancing through the middle and keeps possession. Pass down low to, I believe that's Coates. And Barnhill able to track that loose ball down. Skip pass up top, almost picked off in the face dodge. Gets stopped there. Coates, another rip, and a save for Stevenson. Pass in the middle off the mark. And the ride from Huntington, too much for the Monarchs, clear. Barnhill picks that one up. And they'll slow things down. Now with Borer. Borer moves it to the top corner of the box. And he'll crash to the crease. Now they get it up top. Kendrick Ballard on the ball. Borer will check off. Soche comes onto the offensive side. Dodge for the Hawks. And they'll just work the ball back through X. Ball passed up top. And good defense there from the Monarchs, not to bite on that fake by Puller. Reverse the field now as Puller gives it back. Dodged down the far side by Soche. He's forced back out. Barnhill, now alone at X. He's got the short stick matchup. Loses it but keeps possession. Now ball with Ballard. Ballard, the pass back to Soche, off the mark, but he picks it back up. Barnhill now. Coates is locked off at X. Huntington with a nice long possession here. And there goes the shot clock. We're just talking about it here in the booth. And now working the ball at X are the Hawks. Pass up top. Ballard's looking to sweep to his right hand. He rolls back. Barnhill thought about setting a pick but pulls away. And Ballard still with the ball. Seven seconds on the shot clock. And the backside look to Barnhill just off the target. Coates now. And the shot clock dwindles down to 0, so a turnover by the Hawks offense. But a long possession with a couple decent looks in front of the cage. And Methodist will get the clear successfully down to the stick of Layden. Less than 7 to go here in quarter number 1, and a score of 1-1 here in the championship contest between the Monarchs and the Hawks. Layden now in the wing, moves it up top. And the ball gets passed along to Glenn. Hawks still working in that zone defense they've shown all year. Pass up top, gets to the stick of Glenn. Glenn across the top. Cruz passes down low to Layden. Layden spins it back through X. Bradley, now to Glenn. Another long possession for the Monarchs, trying to find some gaps in the Huntington zone. And now Layden tries to force one in, but pulls away. Glenn now on the ball. Passes back over to Cruz. Cruz now. Another shot clock gets put on. Layden now. Rolling at X. Skip pass across, and the step down rip gets eaten up by Murphy. Murphy fired up on that one. 5 minutes to go in quarter number one, as the Hawks will look to clear. All tied up 1-1 here 10 minutes into the game. Schramfer now on the ball. Feels a check off his back and continues to run with it. He'll take it through X. Harper now gets it back top of the box, and he'll look to dodge down the right alley. Rolls back. Pass the other side. Now Schramfer dodges down the left side. Step down shot. And a save by Stevenson. Bouncing around at X. And the ball gets picked up on the backside towards the end line by Tartline. Cooley Jr. now moves it back inside. Stevenson, the long ball sent away and connects. And Methodist gathers in the clear. Bradley with the ball at X, moves it over to Layden. Layden now on the ball. Hitch steps, moves it up top. Mejia moves it across the top of the box. Last offensive sub for Methodist comes on. And now Mejia to Layden. Layden, the underhand bouncer, gets saved. Bouncing around on the rebound. Mejia comes out with it for the Monarchs. Ball gets moved back through X. Now on the far wing, Bradley gets it back. 3 minutes left in the first. Slide comes out, and the save is made. Rebound save is made. Murphy settles back in the crease. The ball is on the doorstep. Bodies all over the place, and Huntington's going to bounce around on this one because they get the ball back. Caleb Borer on the ball now. 1 to beat, and he gets to the 50. Now he's tracking down, moves it down low. Ballard pushes it back through X. Barnhill receives it. Pass intended for Stading, deflects out of bounds. Mejia now will look to clear for the Monarchs. And he gets it down below the restraining line to Layden. Layden touches it into the box. Layden scoring the game winner in last night's overtime contest against Piedmont. Sent the Lions home. The Monarchs settle out in a 2-3-1 set, counting from up top. Huntington in their zone defense. Skip pass up top to Mejia, and a save again for Murphy. Murphy will toss it out wide to A.J. Harper. And he gets past Layden and down into the box. Final sub comes on for Huntington. That's Mac Puller. Mac Puller going down the near side. Now to Barnhill. Barnhill passes through X. Harper now will sweep to his right hand. Gets his hand free. Passes it down to Barnhill. Barnhill skip pass up top. Fake by Soche. Nobody bites. 1 minute left in the first. Harper loses that one along the near side, but he picks it back up. Double team in the corner, and Harper's getting trucked in the corner. Just flings it inside. Seaman gets hit on the doorstep, and it's picked up by Methodist. So bodies going flying here early, and the ref's just letting him play. Seaman picks that one up in the open field. He'll move it down to Layden, and Layden, with 30 seconds to work with, steps it into the box. .9 seconds in the first. And a timeout called by Methodist. So less than 30 seconds to go here in the first. All tied up at ones. And the Monarchs come out of the timeout wide open. 2-3-1 set. Glenn will work on the crease. They'll spin the ball around. Kephart passes back. Glenn had popped off the crease, trying to set up a wheel play, but misses the pass. So it kind of messes up the timeout play. Layden splits to his right hand, rolls back, shot, goal, Matt Layden. 6.7 seconds left in the first, and the Monarchs gain the lead back. So Layden able to find the net. Less than 10 to play here in quarter number one here at Callaway Stadium for the first ever USA South Men's Lacrosse Championship contest. The Monarchs coming in as the number 3 seed, facing the number 1 seed Huntington Hawks. Down at the face-off X we go. Vandermeulen for Methodist and Hit for Huntington. Vandermeulen wins this one out front. He picks up the loose ball, 3 seconds. He's just going to rip from the top of the box and Hit lays him down. It's a bit of a surprise there because Hit went 80% yesterday in his semifinal contest at the face-off X, but loses that one with only seconds on the clock. So after the first 15 minutes, Methodist leads here at the 2018 Men's Lacrosse Championship game, brought to you live from Callaway Stadium. back to the face-off X. 15 minutes away from halftime, and Methodist leads 2-1. Vandermeulen and Hitt matching up again at the face-off X. A grind there at the face-off X. Both players driving that bottom hand. And a hold called as the ball gets stuck in the back of Hitt's stick. So Methodist gets that one. Methodist now settles down on the offensive end. 2-3-1 set, counting from up top. And they'll work the ball around the perimeter once again. Now sloughing in to more of a 2-2-2 set with 2 on the crease, 2 up top, and 2 at X. Layden with 2 already, passes it back across the back of the net. And they'll work the ball back up top. Jack Bryan will move it down low. Layden looks inside, passes it around the perimeter. Defense comes out and puts pressure on. The sidearm rip, too wide. It's Michael Bradley attacking from X. Just off the mark on that one. Layden there for the backup. Pass up front, step down rip, goes high. Layden there for the backup once again. Pass in front, and a big-time save there from the Huntington keeper. Murphy steps up when he's needed. And now Huntington looks to work the fast break. The fast break gets killed off that pass down the same side of the field. Instead of passing it across and forcing a slide from the defense, just passing it straight down. Nobody has to rotate. So Coach Carey, your 2018 USA South Coach of the Year, will call a timeout and try and gather the troops in the red jerseys. So we'll take another break. You're watching the 2018 Men's Lacrosse Championship game, brought to you live from Callaway Stadium. Coming out of the timeout, the Hawks will start on the far wing. Spin the ball back through X. Barnhill comes to Soche on this side. Soche passes back up top. And a picked off pass, but he runs out of bounds. It's Vandermeulen read that one well, but just a bit too eager. Soche now spins it across the top of the box. Dodge down the right alley by Puller. He works the ball through X. Now backside. Ballard passes up top. Soche has room to sweep. Steps down, comes across the top. Pass down low. Barnhill looks in the middle, but opts for the pass to Soche. Soche moves it back up top. Ballard now pulls away and passes back up top. Soche now dodges down the left alley and shoots and scores! Austin Soche, the junior midfielder, first on the board here in the second quarter. ties this one up at 2s. Back at the faceoff X, early go by Vandermeulen, so hit gets the win, and a violation apiece now. Ball gets passed up top to Ballard. Ballard will hold on to it while hit comes off the field. They'll switch and put the pole on Ballard. Seaman forces him down the alley. Slide comes. And they're trying to find the backside. Barnhill dodges from X. Passes back up top. Harper now. Sweeping across the top. Beats his man. Draws the slide. Hangs on to it. And rolls away. Ball moved now to Ballard. Ballard down the left side. Beats his man. Time, space, and finds the back of the net. Kendrick Ballard with a nice shake and bake move down the left side alley and bounces that one right where he wanted it against that far pipe. Matt Murphy fired up, comes all the way down to the other box to give a handshake and a high five to his teammates. Lemieux will trot out there for the face-off attempt against Hit. Glenn and Puller on this near side. Hawks leading 3-2 now after the on-the-run shot from Ballard. The whistle blows, then two grind. Lemieux thought he had it. Hit now pops it out. Shields himself from the check and moves it down into the box. Huntington getting another face-off win. Jackson Schramfer checks onto the field. Soche scheduled to come on as well. Work the ball back through X at Barnhill. Barnhill now moves it across. Schramfer drives up high, gets to 5-5, passes it across. Puller moves the ball down to the wing. It's Coates. He moves it through X. Barnhill back to Schramfer. Schramfer, defended by Seaman, moves it back up top. Pass through X. Now Schramfer back on it. Pass in front. And Coates will pull it away. Dodge down the right alley. Glenn drives him out. 10 minutes left in the half. Ball gets moved on the long pass up top. It's Soche. He hitches down the right alley. Passes down to Barnhill. Barnhill, the jumper. And it gets deflected. And they're going to say that Stevenson was closest to the inline when that one goes out of bounds. So Methodist ball. Drop ride from Huntington will put 3 across the midfield line. That's their 3 attackmen. And they'll let the defense work the ball all the way up until they have to go and press them. Lollipop pass over the top, misses the mark. Now Layden trying to battle for it along the inline. Huntington picks it up. Logan Wilson picking up that loose ball in the defensive zone. Puller weaving through traffic, gets it across the midfield line and further. Touches it into the box and moves it down low. That's Barnhill on the ball now. 9 minutes, 13 seconds left in the half. Huntington with another offensive possession and a failed clear for Methodist. Harper will slow things down. Tries to find Ballard. Ballard now has to get to the ball quickly to keep it from going over the midfield line. Ballard down the right alley, moves it through X. Harper's locked off at X. Now Borer on the ball. He draws Brendan Seaman, the LSM for the Monarchs. Borer down the right alley. Just works it down through Barnhill. Barnhill continues the rotation. Ball moved up top now. Ballard on it. Long pass out to Borer. Borer sweeps now to his left hand. Shields from the check, rolls back and moves it along. Harper now with the ball. Harper down the right alley. Pulls away, pass back. One more pass to Ballard. Ballard down the left alley this time. Shot, stave, Stevenson. Ball picked up by Parker Kisner, and he's off for the clear. Now Bradley with it in the offensive end. Around the perimeter it goes and ends with Layden. Layden now moves it back through X. Kephart thought about dodging from behind the cage, but moves it back instead. Mejia now with the ball, moves it down low. Bradley works it through X. Huntington sets up in their zone. A 1-3-2 set for the Monarchs, counting from up top. Sort of a shifted 2-3-1. Mejia dodging from this near wing, moves it back through X. Pass out to the wing, and now up top. Now continue the rotation. Time and space, step down, rip goes wide, and the Hawks are there for the backup. So ball gets moved to the near side on the clear. Less than 7 to play in the half. Murphy now with it in the middle of the field. He quarterbacks the clear, moves it out wide. Schrampfer collects it in the offensive end and touches it in the box. And offsides on Huntington will give Methodist the ball back. Layden touches it in the box. Mejia now moves it along to Glenn. Glenn will send it back. Layden now at the ball behind goal line extended. Bradley picks that one back up off the carpet. AJ Mejia works the ball back through X now with Layden. Goal line extended now further. Tight defense now in that back right corner by Huntington. Now Methodist will look to try and spark something. Layden now moves it up high. Mejia on the ball. Dodges and rolls back. Pass across the top. The underhanded rip goes wide. It's Jack Bryan trying to stick that one through. Work the ball around the perimeter, do the Monarchs. And crashing to the crease for a lot of cutters. Glenn now gathers it up top. Man defense now from Huntington. And cutter goes, it's Mejia. Mejia fires and misses. Bradley with the ball now. Less than 5 to play in the half. Kephart gets swarmed in the corner. Moves it back out to Glenn. Glenn struggling on the sideline. Gets pushed. And a timeout called by Methodist. Coach Nedbalski trying to keep that possession alive. You're watching the 2018 Men's Lacrosse Championship Contest, brought to you live from Callaway Stadium. Coming back after the timeout, Methodist will have the ball along the far sideline in the wing. Patrick Ammons with you this afternoon for the first ever 2018 USA South Men's Lacrosse Championship game. Semifinals played yesterday. Huntington with a commanding win over Greensboro and an overtime victory for the Monarchs over the Piedmont Lions. And Kephart just throws that one out of bounds. Looks at his stick, but not really sure what happened on that one. Murphy gathers it back for the clear for Huntington. Lob pass connects with Borer, and he catches that one dangerously in the offensive half. And now the final timeout called by Coach Carey. So we'll take another break here at Callaway Stadium. Ball started, now move back through X for the Hawks. 4 minutes to play in half number one. Hawks leading 3-2 here on Championship Sunday. Split down the right alley. Seaman pushes him back away. Soche on the near side, rolls back, gets his hand free, but loses the ball. Ball still bouncing around on the carpet. Still nobody comes away with it. Gets kicked out wide. And Seaman just a little too heavy on the swat out. So the Hawks will restart in the far wing. 3:25 left in the first half. Soche to the left alley, moves it back through X. Barnhill now across the back of the net. Coates, lob pass out high. Sweeping dodge. And Puller moves it back. Soche to the right alley, gets past Seaman, moves the shot past the net. Ballard now on the ball. He's going to back away. They'll spin the ball towards the near side. Soche, step down rip, gets blocked. He picks it back up. Drives inside. Still on it. Soche gets blocked by Stevenson. The Hawks pick the ball up at X. It's Coates who moves it along. Ballard shoots. The sidearm on the run rip goes way wide. Hawks now with the ball at the top of the box. Puller moves down to the right alley. Pass directs to Barnhill. Barnhill continues the rotation. Now Ballard climbs the ladder and moves it up top. Coates continues, and he'll get it back. He's got his hands free. He shoots, and it goes wide. Ballard now splits to his right hand. Slide comes. He's going to roll back. Soche with lots of room to run. Splits to his left hand. Beats his man. Draws a slide. Rolls back. Hit step across the top. In the top right corner. That's where that one lands. Kendrick Ballard stings it. 4-2 your score. 1:40 left in the first. Ballard nets his second with the lefty cannon from about 15 yards out. Lemieux and Hit at the face-off X once again. Hit thought he won this one forward, but Lemieux comes out with it. Monarchs now, with 1.5 to play in the first half, will get an offensive possession. Monarchs now work the ball around the perimeter. Ball now with Glenn. Glenn to Layden. Layden continues the rotation through X. Glenn gets it back. He's got some space in front of him. 1 minute left in the first half. Bradley at X. Reverses the field and comes back. Skip pass, gets tipped away. Over and back is called. Huntington ball. Stating on the restart, passes across field to Harper. Harper lets it bounce and stays in front of it. Less than 40 now in the first half. Ballard wants the ball out wide, but Harper decides to take this one himself. Splits down the right alley. Draws the slide. And now passes it along to Ballard. Kendrick Ballard splits to his left hand, draws the slide early. Still going with it. Pass across the crease. Step down shot from Coates. And a save from Stevenson. Ball gets moved back up top for the Hawks. And that shot goes high. Less than 10 to play now. 9.4 to be exact. Huntington restarting from X. Barnhill's going to track down and get it. Brown putting the pressure on Barnhill. Barnhill rolls back. Beats his man. Step around the cage and a save by Stevenson. And a ground ball credit to Majewski. Halftime score, Huntington 4, Methodist 2. You're watching the 2018 Men's Lacrosse USA South Championship contest between the Hawks and the Monarchs. Second half action coming up soon. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the 2018 USA South Men's Lacrosse Championship game between the Methodist Monarchs and the Huntington Hawks. Huntington with a 4-2 lead. The most surprising stat line so far is a 50-50 face-off battle. And Hitt just swings that in his favor, winning that one. So Huntington will start things off here with a 2-goal lead to start the third. Sweeping dodge, and his hands are free. Shot goes wide. Stevenson got a piece of that one as it ventures outside of the back of the field. Soche will slow things down at the top of the box, moves it over to Ballard. Ballard with some space. Dodging on Seaman, moves it back through X. Barnhill. Barnhill sweeping at X, now moves it along. Pass along now. Ballard, hitch step, gets stripped. Ball on the turf picked up by Puller. Puller with the ball now. He'll slow things down and give it out to Ballard. Ballard gives it back. Puller with some space. Room to run, dodges to the right side, rolls back. Gives it up to Soche. Soche moves it along. Ballard down the left side. Stick checks, don't dislodge the ball. Now they'll work the ball through X. Puller back to the top. Soche to the left alley, rolls back, draws a slide. Sweeping across the middle. Shot, saves Stevenson. Too fast on the clear attempt because it's going to fail. Now Coates will stop the ball in the corner of the box. Soche now. And now Harper. Harper on the ball. Gives it back. Flipped over to Harper. Harper carries down, moves it to Barnhill at X. Pressure along the end line. Pass gets directed over towards Ballard. Ballard now sweeps, draws the slide. Passes along. Harper now with the ball. Splits down the left alley. Moves it through. Barnhill now gets through, gets some space, gets pushed away. Now Soche. Soche on Seaman. Driving down the right side, moves it back through X. Barnhill with the one more pass along the end line. Harper splits to the inside, gets pushed away. Harper attacks again. Brown pushes him down below GLE. Now Barnhill with the short stick matchup, passes back up top. Coates moves it. Ballard splits on Seaman. Shot on the run, bounces 3 feet early, and will go over the cage. Barnhill on the reset, moves it up to Coates. Coates will continue. Soche with the ball. Soche backing up towards midfield, moves it away. Ballard gives it back. Now Soche will dodge. Soche down the right alley, rolls back. Ballard will move it along to Harper. Harper now dodges from the top right corner of the box. Beats his man, draws a slide. Double team now. He'll pass it along. Soche now, rolling to the inside. Gives it up to Ballard. Ballard now to the right side. Rolls away. Step down shot. Save. Barnhill picks it up at the inline. Roll dodge from Harper. Shots off the mark. Race to the inline. And it'll stay red. Long possession here for the Hawks. And long enough to let them sub some of their midfielders off. Schramfer check down on the offensive end and dodge right away. He dodges to the left side, draws the slide. And a Jason slide there from Methodist. As Majewski steps out. Majewski misses on the over-the-head check. And Schramfer misses wide on the shot. Dodge down the right alley And pass in front. The quick stick gets saved. The rebound is given up. And Stating collects the garbage goal on the doorstep. So Miles Stating shoots and gets blocked and then gathers in the rebound and gets it past Stevenson. 5-2 the score with 10.5 left in the third quarter. Huntington leading. Vandermeulen and Hitt lining up for the faceoff. Hitt will win this out the backside and pressured on by Vandermeulen, but Hitt will run it down. Touches it in the box and moves it back to Barnhill at X. Barnhill gives it back. Now the Hawks will sub on their midfielders. Caleb Borer will check down. And Hitt will check off. Schramfer will head down. Schramfer catches it 5 yards down on the offensive end. He'll dodge right away. Dodge to the right side. Defended well. The defender falls down. Pass across to Borer. Borer step down rip. Off the mark. Reset from the inline. Schramfer now to Borer. Borer pulling out Vandermeulen for the dodge. Ball gets moved down through X. Now to furthers that. Borer receives that at the top of the box. He'll move it across from side to side. Now dodged on the far side. Borer tracks down to receive this one. A goal line extended pass in front. Gets deflected and picked up in the crease. So in and out will be a turnover for the Monarchs. And Huntington keeps the ball. 9 minutes to go in the third. And a 3-goal advantage for Huntington here in the championship contest. Schramfer touches the ball down in the box and flips it out. Borer will check off and Ballard will come down. Ballard with 2 today. Long dodge now from Kendrick Ballard. Beats his man. Hands are free. Shot. Hits the pipe. Schramfer all alone on the chase. He'll get the ball back inside the box. Assistant coach Brandon Sewell yelling out orders. Ballard down low, and that one gets blocked as well. Stating tries to find the back of the net, but gets pushed in the crease as he does. So loose ball push will be called, and the Hawks will have possession behind the net. Barnhill to Coates. Coates now moves it up top. Kendrick Ballard will climb the ladder. And it looks like he wants to dodge again. Schramfer will check off, and they'll send back A.J. Harper. Harper with the ball. Flips it out wide. Hitch step, and the pass gets moved back to Barnhill. He gathers that one at his feet. So a really long offensive possession for the Hawks now. Ballard along the left side. Passes back inside. But the pass is off the mark. Step down rip from Harper goes high. Barnhill wants the quick restart on the inline. And now the ball gets moved up top. And we'll see another offensive midfield sub for the Hawks. Who've been on offense for about 3 minutes now. Soche steps onto the offensive side. He drives down the right side, moves it through X. Barnhill passes it from pipe to pipe behind the net. Ball moved back up top. Soche gets it back. He'll dodge to the right side. Shields from the check and moves it through X. Barnhill now has a go. Brown throwing checks, and the ball gets moved up to Harper. Harper now to Soche. Soche wants another dodge. Puller now rolls back and gives it to Harper. Harper has room to run. Sweeps across the top and draws the short stick. Swims through the middle. Still on it. Harper shoots and it goes wide. So a 4-minute offensive possession now. Ball gets moved to Soche. Soche crosses the top of the box. Schramfer now dodges from the midfield. Beats his man cleanly. Pass to the backside to Harper. Harper keeps the dodge going. The double team comes. He's still on it. And now forced back behind the net. He'll flip it out to Barnhill. Barnhill passes up top. Face dodge will work, but that shot gets deflected out wide. And Huntington still maintains possession. Open net, and that'll find the back of the twine as Stevenson caught chasing after the ball. So after 4.5 minutes, give or take, Huntington capitalizes on a very, very long offensive possession. Took plenty of shots, which avoided a shot clock. But now the Hawks lead 4-2. Soche gathering in his second of the day. Hit wins this one forward to himself and scoops it up. Passes it out to Coates, who steps it in the box. Bryce Coates moves it along to Mac Puller. Five minutes to go in the third, and a 4-goal lead for Huntington. This regular season contest between these two teams ended in a 1-goal differential favoring Huntington, as the Hawks scored with less than a minute to play. Ball moved in. Now a long dodge coming from the Hawks. They'll move it back through to Barnhill. Schramfer now moves the long ball out. Split dodge at the top of the box from Ballard, and he won't get any closer to the goal on that move. The Hawks looking for another long offensive possession, looking to spin the ball around the perimeter. And now a sweep from Schramfer. He'll pass the ball down to X. Barnhill gathers, continues the movement. Jump shot, save Stevenson. Monarchs look to get the ball over the 50 for the first time in a while, and they'll draw the slash. Layden with the ball in the wing. 3:40 to go in the third, and a flag down opportunity for the Monarchs. Last offensive sub for Methodist checks down. Layden now with the ball, moves it back through X. Kephart continues the rotation now with Bradley. Bradley moves it up top. Ball gets moved back down to the attack. Pass back. Cruz gives it up to Layden. Layden now pulls away. Less than 3 to go in the third quarter. Bradley now moves the ball back up top. Mejia gives it back. Now he gets it again. Shot from Mejia, and a save for Murphy. The sun finds a gap in the clouds here as the penalty will be assessed. So a hold will be assessed to the Hawks, and the Monarchs will get their first man up on the opportunity, and starting off with a sloppy pass. Pass out to Mejia, almost goes out of bounds. Mejia able to track that one down with the outstretched stick. Glenn now carries to the far side, overloading on that far side now. And the penalty releases. Cutters go towards the crease. Bradley gets doubled. He passes up top. Cruz picks it up. 2 minutes to go in the third. Huntington leads 6-2. Layden with the ball. And now a 1-3-2 set for the Monarchs. And they'll morph into a 2-3-1 counting from up top. Layden moves that one down to Cruz. Cruz continues the rotation to Kephart at X. Bradley rips, and Murphy with the save. So clear Tim now for Huntington. Will be good. And the fast break. Shot and goal on the fast break for the Hawks. Miles Stading collecting on the fast break. Murphy heads over to the sidelines to cheer with his teammates. Murphy listed at 5'10", 280, not afraid of running around the field to cheer after a goal. We've seen him go all the way down to the other box to cheer with the goal scorer. Now we see him coming to the near sideline to cheer with the team on the sidelines. At the face-off X, battle for the ground ball, and Layden will come up with it, but a procedure will be called against Methodist, so Huntington will get the ball. A.J. Harper with the ball now, throws it down. Stading, battling along the sidelines. And now gives it up. Ballard with the ball. They've got Soche. Soche driving down. Matt Lading played attack most of the game yesterday and today. Will now be stuck on defense. Ballard rolls back, gives it up. Schrampfer now. Step down rip and a save. Goes right to the stick of Stevenson, and now the Monarchs across the midfield line for the clear. 15 seconds left in the third quarter as the Monarchs looking to score a last-second goal. Kephart steps down and finds the top right corner. Bryce Kephart, the sophomore attackman, wide open. Sees that one all the way through. Seven to 3 the score now, as Kephart gives the Monarchs their first goal of the second half. Hit and Seaman at the face-off X. And now it's a battle for the ground ball as Seaman does a good job tying up the Huntington face-off man, and Seaman picks it up. Time will expired, but credit the Monarchs with the face-off win. after 3 periods, 7-3, your score favoring the Huntington Hawks. You're watching the 2018 Men's Lacrosse Championship game, brought to you live from Callaway Stadium. "15 minutes left in this, the first USA South Men's Lacrosse Championship game. Huntington leading 7-3 over the Monarchs of Methodist University. Seaman and Hitt meet in the middle of the field. For the faceoff to open up the fourth quarter. Whistle blows. Hitt wins this one out the backside and flips it over to Harper. Harper now jogs downfield and will touch it down in the box. Soche will hold on to this one and wait for the substitutions to come on. And now Soche on the dodge. They'll spin it back through X. Wrapping the cage and over the mark from Puller. Puller now gets the ball at the top of the box. Ballard's now locked off. Wrapping the cage was Barnhill, and Barnhill off the mark on that one. 1 minute ticked off the clock so far, and it's been all Huntington here in the fourth. Puller now wants the long dodge from up top, draws the slide, rolls back. Ballard now down the left side. Shoots wide. Flags go flying. So the Hawks will be man up. Park Kisner getting called for an unnecessary roughness. So second man-up opportunity for the Hawks here at Callaway Stadium in the championship contest. Unsuccessful in their last outing. 2-3-1 set with lots of space in the middle. Trying to spread out this defense and find somebody on the backside through a skip pass. Soche will start the play. Pass down low on the crease. Shot off the mark. Credit Stevenson with getting a piece of that one. Barnhill brings it back in. Schramfer now moves it up top. Soche across the top of the box. And now they'll give it to Barnhill. Now Soche. Schramfer steps in, pulls the man out. Soche steps in, shot, bouncer goes high. Layden releases from the midfield to even things up for the Monarchs. Soche now picks this one up in midfield. He'll go right at Layden. Sweeps over the top and draws the slide. Moves it to Barnhill. Barnhill back through Stating. Stating to Schramfer. Schramfer dodges and gets bullied back. Ballard to the left side. Draws the slide. Moves it to Schramfer. Schramfer down the other way. Schramfer rolls back and then forced away. Ballard slid too early, gets underneath his man, now works it back through X. Skip pass up top to Soche. He'll look to dodge on Layden. Layden does a good job keeping him away. Now Schramfer dodging on Seaman. Rolls inside, and that one's off the helmet of Stevenson inside the pipes. Bounces along to the sideline, and it'll stay red. A.J. Harper will substitute in from the midline. He loses it. Now it's a battle between him and Layden for the ball. Layden gets hit. Still on the turf. Barnhill comes away with it for the Hawks. He's going to lob it across to Ballard. Ballard down to Schramfer. Schramfer slows it down. 11 minutes left in regulation. Harper gives it up to Schramfer, and Schramfer carries across the top, moves it down low. Now in the wing, now through X. Stating is getting locked off at X. And Barnhill drives through. Timeout called by Coach Carey. 7-3 the score, favoring the Huntington Hawks. You're watching the 2018 Men's Lacrosse Championship game, brought to you live from Callaway Stadium. Coming back live from Callaway Stadium, Patrick Ammons with you this afternoon for the 2018 USA South Men's Lacrosse Championship game between the Hawks of Huntington College and the Monarchs of Methodist University. 10 minutes left in the game in a 7-3 game here, favoring the Hawks. Schramfer dodging down the right alley, moves it back through X to Barnhill. Barnhill now to Stating. Stating moves it high. Ballard across the top of the box. Schramfer dodges to his left hand. And he'll roll back and move it over to Harper. Harper down the right alley. Pushed away. Gets a stick inside and finds the top left corner. The junior midfielder gets his first of the game. 9:55 left in regulation. Sun peeking through here in LaGrange, Georgia. 8-3 your score now. Huntington leads. Lemieux and Hitt will meet up again at the face-off X. Layden and Harper on the far side, and Puller and Seaman on the near side. Hitt wins it forward to himself. Layden, right on his tail, cuts off the fast break. Stating, rolls back, tosses it up. Puller now, slowing things down, standing in the corner. He gives it to Hitt. Hitt's going to take Lemieux to X. Dodges to the near side, rolls back. Draws the slide and gives it up to Harper. Harper draws Layden. The no-look pass across the top. Shot, goal! That's Zach Barnhill with the step-down rip. A.J. Harper with the no-look pass finds a wide-open Zach Barnhill. And Barnhill with a nice step-down rip to the corner. 9:09 left in regulation now in a 9-3 game here favoring Huntington. Seaman and Hitt meet up again at the face-off X. Hitt wins this one back, and Harper scoops it up. Shields off 2 checks. Harper now weaves back and forth and will roll away. Flips it out to Caleb Borer. He gives it up to Soche. Soche now dodges over the top on Seaman, who doesn't even throw a check. Soche throws it back through X. Borer with the ball at X, moves it up top. Crease violation. So Methodist ball. Layden passes it along. Majewski now gives it back. Layden now moving the ball down the goal line, extended now through X. Near side to Stewart, now up top. Step down rip from Cruz, saved by Murphy. Ball moved up top now, and Huntington now looking to get the ball back. Wilson starts it up on the clear. And now that'll work back to Murphy. Murphy gets past one. Throws it ahead. Puller down the middle, pushed away by Matt Layden. And now Borer will slow things down for the Hawks. Schramfer touches it in the crease and now moves around. Seaman throwing checks on Schramfer. He rolls away. And now Ballard with a lot of green space in front of him. Dodges to his left hand, beats his man, works the ball back through X. Ball moves to the backside. Soche shot off the mark. Barnhill picks it up at X. He carries over into the far corner. The ball gets moved up top. Soche now dodges on Seaman, draws a double quickly. Moves it to the backside. Schramfer trying to drive past Layden, but gets pushed away. Splits to his left hand, pulls back up top. Now it's Ballard once again. Ballard with 2 already today. Dodges to the right side, and the lefty shot goes wide. Ball in the near side corner with Barnhill. He's going to carry high. Brown lightens up on the pressure and now closes the gap. Barnhill pass in front to Coates. Coates catch and finish on the doorstep. Bryce Coates, 1 in the first and now 1 in the fourth. 10-3 your score, 5:43 left in regulation. Hawks leading here in the championship game of the USA South Athletic Conference. Vandermeulen and Hit at the X. Players rotating around the ball. And a hold is called against Hit, so Methodist ball. Layden trots downfield. Steps it in the box. Moves it down to the wing. Stewart carries to X and moves it along. A pass gets thrown away, but Matt Layden comes up with a big ground ball. Pass down to the wing, and the step-down shot, no good. Harper comes up with the ball for the Hawks along the far side. Diving check from Stewart off the mark. Harper still with the ball. Majewski throws the check. Harper touches it down in the box and gets bullied there by Majewski. Just laying haymaker checks all over the hands and gloves. And a miscommunication there by Methodist, so the flag goes down on the offsides call. Puller now pushes inside. Coach decides to hold on to this one, gives it back to Puller. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left in the contest. Puller moves it back up top. Now Soche. Soche spins back. Work the ball back through X. Barnhill receives it. And the extra man down on the offensive end runs a double. Barnhill beats his man and finds the bottom left corner. Zach Barnhill gets his second of the day. .351 left in the contest and an 11-3 score favoring the Hawks here in championship action. Layden picks up this one after Vandermeulen wins the faceoff back. Layden gets lit up as he tries to drive inside, so he'll pull it back out. And now the Monarchs look to get their last sub on. It's Mejia who checks down. Mejia swim dodge. Pass in front and a finish on the doorstep by Mastriani. AJ Mejia finds a hole in the Huntington zone, pushes it inside, and Mastriani to catch and finish. Finds the bottom left corner on that one, and Murphy unable to drop low enough to get there. 3:12 left in the game, 11-4 your score. Hit wins this one forward, moves it along. Now gets past, move up top. Puller on the ball, less than 3 to play. Schramford dodges past one. His man falls over, moves the ball back through X. And now Harper moves it up top. Puller rips, and it goes wide. Barnhill picks it up at X. Passes it quickly to Harper. Puller with the ball outside of the top of the box. 2.5 to go. 11-4 your score. Huntington leading big here in the late minutes. Harper now receives it on the near side corner. Drives down to his left hand. Jump shot. Save and catching on the crease and finishing. It's Miles Stating. He got popped big, but a great athletic maneuver there, flying through the air with the catch and finish. 3 for him today. The jump shot from Harper gets deflected by Stevenson. It pops high in the air. Stating, soaring through the sky, grabs it and finds the nylon. Hit and Seaman back at the faceoff X. 12 for your score. 2 and change left in the game. Hit easily winning this one back to himself, and now a battle for the ground ball. Hit will pick it up and lob it forward. Stating, jumping up to grab that one. Touches it in the box, less than 2 to play. Hawks will slow things down on the offensive end. Soche carrying the ball high near the 50. Schramfer in his left hand. Rolls back. Passes across. Soche moves down to the wing. Pass in front. Schramfer. Too much whip in his stick as that one leaves a divot in the grass. Barnhill now tries to win for the ground ball. And Seaman picks it up for the Monarchs. And they'll look to clear. Pass in the middle. Now sent out wide and too wide as that one rolls out of bounds. Exactly 1 minute on the clock, and the Hawks are leading 12-4. The Huntington Hawks will work the ball and try and run out the clock here. Fans, stay tuned for the all-tournament team presentation as well as the trophy presentation coming up shortly after the contest finishes. Puller now with the ball at X. 22 seconds until the Hawks will win the first ever USA South Men's Lacrosse Championship. Hawks sidelines bouncing up and down. Excited about this one. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the Huntington Hawks are your 2018 men's lacrosse champions for the USA South Conference. The first ever conference championship won by Huntington over the Monarchs of Methodist University. 12-4 your final score here from Callaway Stadium. Again, stay tuned for the presentation of the all-tournament team as well as the presentation of the trophy. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Huntington Hawks, your 2018 USA South Men's Lacrosse Conference champions here at Callaway Stadium. Again, stay tuned for the presentation of the all-tournament team as well as the all-conference, or the trophy presentation. And Coach Carey gets doused with the ice water. Thanks very much for tuning in. Those leaving before the presentation, and those that are, it will start momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we would like to present the 2018 Men's Lacrosse All-Tournament Team. Beginning with the attack position from Methodist, Matt Layden. From Huntington, Zach Barnhill. And from Huntington, Bryce Coates. For the midfield position, from Piedmont, Jeremy Cohn. From Huntington, Kendrick Ballard. And from Huntington, Austin Soche. For the defense position, from Greensboro, Justin Matthews. From Methodist, John Tartline. And from Piedmont, Jeremy Beck. Your all-tournament face-off specialist from Huntington, Sam Hitt. The all-tournament LSM from Methodist, Brendan Seaman. And your 2018 Men's Lacrosse MVP and all-tournament goalie from Huntington, Matt Murphy. And now for the championship trophy presentation, which will be given by Commissioner of the USA South Athletic Conference, Dr. Tom Hart. But first, we would like to congratulate Methodist University for their 2018 season. And now for your 2018 Men's Lacrosse champions from Montgomery, Alabama, Huntington College. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 2018 award presentation. Thank you for attending today's game. We ask that you please drive home safely.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 USA South Men's Lacrosse champions, the Huntington College Hawks, taking this one 12-4 over the Monarchs of Methodist University. Thanks very much for tuning into this USA South Athletic Conference Championship game. I'm Patrick Ammons, and we'll see you next season.